Hello beautiful viewers. Welcome to my channel. Hope your day is going well. If you appreciate the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Drew Scott tells us what his daughter said at the first time. Neither of them said dada. Drew Scott had to wait a long time to hear his daughter utter dada for the first time. People says that the 47-year-old Property Brothers star has 2 kids with his wife Linda Phan, whom he has been married to since 2018. Kids are Parker, 3, and Piper, 1. On June 5, 2024, the couple shared the news of Piper Ray's birth on Instagram. Drew Scott told People on August 3 that his daughter's first word was mama. He said she would say it all the time. Drew Scott's daughter didn't say dada as her second word, which is too bad. And then a few months go by. I said, come on. Dada 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 dada. Her second word was hippo, he told People. Her stuffy is a hippo. Her second word was hippo. I was like, you can't even say dada before hippo? He added. Drew Scott said that Piper has subsequently learnt the word dada, even though he had to wait. Now she's saying dada, so I'm happy, he went on. People says that Drew Scott and his wife met for the first time during a Toronto Fashion Week event in 2010. According to the source, Phan was dressed as the fashion police and handing out citations for bad fashion. They gave each other their phone numbers and went on their first date a few months later. In 2012, they moved in together. Pair got engaged in 2016, moved into their dream house 2 years later, and was married in May 2018. They welcomed Parker in May 2022, and 2 years later, they told everyone about Piper's birth. Drew Scott and his twin brother Jonathan Scott, who is also an HGTV star, were on the Jennifer Hudson show in November. Piper was only 5 months old then, and she was having problems identifying her father and uncle apart. According to People, he told host Jennifer Hudson, Piper is starting to realize it's not me. Jonathan Scott said, now Piper officially knows who I am because she was confused about why Daddy shaved for the first few months. Drew Scott claims that Parker thinks Jonathan Scott is the funniest person ever. He also said that he nicknamed his 2 kids PMP Music Factory. She's not like Parker at all. He said, Parker is only 2 years older, but I forgot everything I learned with him, so it's like starting over again. Piper is smiles and everything when she's with her uncle, but the same can't be true for the twins' mother, Joanne Scott. Drew remarked, the first time I gave her to my mom, she cried right away. My mom hates it, it kills her. My mom said, can you print off a bunch of pictures of my face and put them around her crib? I said, do we want to scare the child? Or do we want her to not like you? He said, according to People, Jonathan Scott isn't a father yet, but he will soon be a stepdad to his fiancée Zooey Deschanel's 2 kids, Elsie Otter, 9, and Charlie Wolf, 7. She has these kids with her ex-husband Jacob Pechenik. In August 2023, Jonathan Scott and Deschanel said they were getting married on Instagram. Drew Scott's inspiring story of love, support, and fighting cancer. Drew Scott, the pleasant and brilliant co-host of the hit TV show Property Brothers, has a huge fan base because of both his on-screen and off-screen talents. The war his wife fought against cancer is one of the most memorable parts of his narrative. It shows love, strength, and constant support. This story goes into more detail about Drew Scott's wife, her battle with cancer, and how their relationship has grown stronger during hard times. As fans and followers, it's important to remember that celebrities are individuals too, especially when they go through problems that many regular people do. Drew and his wife have been through a lot of ups and downs, but their tale can help others who are going through the same thing. In show business, personal lives are often in the spotlight, but the dark times are when a partnership is really put to the test. Linda Phan, Drew Scott's wife, has showed amazing strength in her battle with cancer, and Drew's constant support has been a source of optimism. Couple's story shows how important love and friendship are, as well as how important community and awareness are in the fight against cancer. As we look at Drew Scott's wife, her struggle with cancer, and the couple's journey together, we hope to show how hard these battles are and how love can overcome even the toughest challenges. This essay will give you a full picture of their amazing life, from the beginning of their love to the problems they had to deal with. Who is the wife of Drew Scott? Linda Phan is more than simply Drew Scott's wife. She's a creative businesswoman and a strong supporter of design and lifestyle. Linda has a background in architecture and design. She is now the creative director and producer of Scott Brothers Entertainment. Pair got married in May 2018 in a wonderful ceremony that showed how much they loved each other and how much they had in common. What are Linda Phan's private details? Name: Linda Phan. Birth date: April 22, 1985. Occupation: creative director, producer. Nationality: Canadian. Marital status: married to Drew Scott. What was Linda Phan's fight with cancer? Linda Phan's battle with cancer has moved many people. People don't talk about the specifics of her battle very often, but they do know that she had a lot of health problems. Couple kept their fans up to date on what was going on in their lives, giving them a glimpse into how a cancer diagnosis can affect a person and their loved ones both emotionally and physically. How did Drew help Linda fight her battle? There were many ways that Drew showed his support for Linda while she was fighting cancer. He was always there for her, going to doctor visits with her and giving her emotional support the whole time. Here are some ways Drew expressed his love and support: being there for all of your doctor's appointments, encouraging people to talk about their worries and feelings, doing wellness activities together. To get the word out, they are sharing their trip on social media. How has their relationship been stronger? The problems Linda and Drew had to deal with during her cancer fight have definitely made them closer. Their capacity to go through tough circumstances has made them even more committed to each other. For Drew and Linda, adversity has been a major source of growth. Many couples find that it may either enhance or weaken their partnership. They have learned to enjoy the small things and celebrate each day together, which will help them construct a future full of love and optimism. What can we take away from what they went through? Drew Scott and Linda Phan's journey is a sad but important reminder of how important it is to have support, love, and strength during hard times. Here are some important things that can motivate others: the importance of being there for loved ones while they are sick, the importance of talking to each other in a relationship, especially about hard things, finding power in being open and sharing your experiences with others, getting the word out about cancer and how important it is to find it early. How can we help raise awareness about cancer? Drew Scott and Linda Phan are still on their path, and they inspire many others to do something to help raise awareness about cancer. Here are some ways you may help. Take part in local events and fundraisers to increase awareness about cancer. To help increase awareness, tell people about your own experiences and tales. Learn about cancer prevention and how to live a healthy life and teach others about them. Give money to groups that help people with cancer and do research on it. What will happen next for Drew and Linda? Drew and Linda's love for each other will never change, even though the future is still unclear in many respects. They keep their attention on their families, jobs, and charitable work. Their story shows how strong love is and how important it is to help each other during tough times. They are still positive and determined to make a difference as they go through this adventure together. To sum up, Drew Scott's wife, Linda Phan, has fought cancer with amazing strength and bravery. Their journey together shows how strong love can be in tough times and inspires many people. By telling their tale, they not only raise awareness about cancer, but they also encourage people to value their loved ones and help each other during tough times. Fans got a peek at Sun Parker's cute little voice in Drew Scott and Linda Phan's new post. Drew Scott and Linda Phan's kids are having a great time playing together and going on crazy excursions with their parents. And now, fans have a big new piece of news. They know what their kid Parker's voice sounds like. Scott posted a slew of videos and pictures on Instagram on June 27th with the remark, "2025 so far. Someone please explain to me how it's already the end of June. This post is just too sweet right now." We get footage of Piper beginning to walk, pictures of the family resting, Parker and Piper playing in a ball pit, and Parker dramatically falling asleep on a couch and a pizza blanket. We also receive photographs of Piper in Star Wars slippers and at a fancy birthday celebration. But we need to discuss about slide 4. In the video, we see Phan buried in a lot of pillows and Lil Parker is trying to help her out. We could hear him chuckling and talking in his precious little voice, and it made our hearts melt. But we've heard his voice before. Scott posted a really cute video of his and Phan's son on February 28, 2025, that showed off his adorable little voice. He posted the video with the description, "I've been saying the alphabet wrong this whole time." Scott and Phan met at a Toronto Fashion Week event in 2010 and hit it off right away. In 2018, they got married. They had been together for 12 years when their son Parker James was born in May 2022, on their 4th wedding anniversary. They said they were having another baby in early 2024, and on June 5, 2024, they welcomed their daughter Piper Ray. Drew talked on what being a father meant to him in an interview with Drew and Jonathan in 2023. "I don't want to be the dad that is always working and filming. I don't care about the old preconceptions." He remarked, "Linda and I both want to make a difference in Parker's growth. There's no such thing as a perfect parent or dad, and every family is different. If you give your all, show affection, and tell your kids to be nice, you're doing the job." Drew Scott and his family of 4 celebrate their first Christmas together, and baby Piper was mesmerized. Drew Scott and Linda Phan had a really special Christmas this year. It was their daughter Piper's first Christmas, and it was also their first Christmas as parents of 2. So the Please Dad celebrated the holiday by posting some special pictures and videos on Instagram. In the first picture of Scott's carousel, he and his wife are holding one of their kids. Phan carries their 7-month-old daughter Piper, and the HGTV star holds their 2-year-old son Parker. They are all looking at the Christmas tree, and the kids, who are wearing the prettiest matching gingham pajamas, seem to be staring at all the pretty ornaments and ribbons that are tied around the branches. P.S. What a sweet idea. Our first Christmas as a family of 4. Tears of joy. Scott wrote under the post. There was a cute picture of Scott and Phan seated on the floor, wrapped in ribbon and leaning in for a kiss on the carousel. The parents of 2 look like they're having the time of their lives. There are also pictures of Scott with his dad, Jim, and his wife, who supporters say look a lot like Mr. Rogers. And Joe. Scott also posted a video of himself and Piper sitting by a crackling fire on his Instagram story. You can see it here before it goes away. Piper's first Christmas by the fire, she's in awe. He wrote over the video, Piper is facing the fire in the video and making pleasant small noises. She seems like she's in a trance until she glances up at her dad and then rests her head on his chest so she can be even more comfortable while watching the fire. We really hope Piper was just as happy and comfortable all day long. Drew and his twin brother Jonathan Scott said last month that Piper wasn't too fond of her grandma. Drew said on the Jennifer Hudson show alongside his brother, "The first time we give Piper to Jonathan, smiles and all." He went on, "The first time I gave her to my mom, she cried right away. My mom hates it, it kills her." Ah, yes it does. Sometimes babies just say, nope, to someone very important to them, and of course it makes the adult angry. But Joanne Scott had a way to fix all of it. Drew said, "My mom said, can you just print off a bunch of pictures of my face and put them around her crib? Do we really want to hurt the child? Do we want her to like you, though?" So now we're anxious to see if there are additional pictures of Joanne at the Phan Scott residence. Did Piper have a good time visiting her granny on Christmas? Or did they cry when they all got together around the tree? We really hope that the first one happens. Drew Scott and Linda Phan celebrate their first Christmas as a family of 4 with their 7-month-old daughter Piper. They are happy tears. Scott's parents, Jim and Joanne Scott, seem to be celebrating with the family of 4. Drew Scott is happy to have a new memory of a family getaway. The 46-year-old star of the Property Brothers gave a sweet look at his and wife Linda Phan's first Christmas with their son Parker James II and their daughter Piper, who was born on May 21st. He posted a slew of pictures on Instagram that showed some cute moments from the occasion, such the couple holding their kids, who were wearing identical multicolored checkered pajamas, in front of their fully decked Christmas tree. He also posted a picture of him and Phan kissing under the tree while they were wrapped in colorful streamers. They spent Christmas with his parents, Jim and Joanne Scott, who also stood next to the tree. Jim donned a blue button-up shirt with a blue sweater that matched it. Joanne wore a red dress. With one arm above their heads and the other around their waist, the father and son made a joyful dance position while smiling at the camera. He wrote, "Our first Christmas as a family of 4. Happy tears." The celebrations looked terrific, but they didn't start off well earlier this week. In a video tour of his Los Angeles home, Drew talked about the time his own tree almost hit him in the head. Drew told the story of how his own tree almost knocked him over. You can see him in the video with his feet poking out from under the tree as it began to lean over. Linda could then picture herself rushing into action and hugging the tree with her whole body to keep it from falling on him. He said, "I took the stand and was turning the tree and it just fell over. Thank God Linda saved my life." The HGTV celebrity talked about the motif for the holidays, which included pink and green pastel ribbon bows. He and his brother Jonathan Scott have a lot of popular shows together. "We add a little something or try to change something every year," Drew explains. "This year, we wanted to make things a little easier, so instead of the thick green garland with pine cones and other things going up the railing, we chose these ribbons. They look a little nicer." He also said that their Christmas tree is safe for youngsters because it has ornaments that won't break and snowflakes to keep them safe over the holidays. Jonathan has a lot of decorations and ornaments in his house that can break. Drew remarked, "When I have little ones, I like to make sure I have more wood products. Even if it's a ball on the tree, it's something that bounces when it falls."